皆さんこんにちは。アナザーエデン時空を超える猫シナリオ演出担当の加藤です。本日長らく準備を進めてきたこの企画を世界中の皆さんにご紹介できることを大変嬉しく思っています。現在たくさんの方に遊んでいただいているアナザーエデンと同様に、過去私が携わった作品が20年の時を超えて交わります。どちらのタイトルも強い思い入れがあり、こだわりがあり、スタッフと一緒に全力で作り上げてきたかけがえのない作品です。だからこそどのような物語なら皆さんに納得していただけるか、感動していただけるかを自分なりに考えてきました。そして2つの世界が交わる新たな冒険の物語を描くことができました。前置きが長くなりました。それでは競争コンプレックスドリームのオープニング映像です。ご覧ください。どうぞ。
Oh boy. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I grew up with this series. First of all, hello everyone. Before I become an emotional, unprofessional mess, I'm Scott, community manager for Another Eden, the cat beyond time and space, and welcome to our announcement live stream for the Another Eden and Chrono Cross crossover. The gang from another world is coming to join the world of Another Eden. It's just poetry. It's just poetry. Thank you, everybody. There's a lot of new faces here, and I'm so excited to welcome you all and to get into the nitty gritty of all of the things that you need to know for this upcoming collaboration. Just a quick word: we will be doing a little giveaway at the end of this stream. So please stick around to the end of the stream. We'll be revealing a code word that you need to participate in this giveaway. And we'll be revealing a little bit later on exactly what we will be giving away. So look forward to that. Without further ado, why don't we get into some of everything you need to know about this collaboration. First of all, this new symphony. is going to launch with version 2.10.200, 2.10.200. And also, the global version of the game will launch simultaneously. The Symphony will launch simultaneously globally. So global players do not have to wait for after the Japanese version players get to play it. You'll get to play it at the same time, all over the place. Guys, my heart is beating out of my chest. Like, I cannot tell you how truly excited. Like, I was fighting back tears looking at that trailer myself, and I've seen that trailer like 5 times already. So, yeah, sorry. Let's try to be professional here. Let's all be professional. Global simultaneous release. For anybody who doesn't know, for anybody who has who missed Chrono Cross more than 20 years ago, I'll give you a little bit of a primer about Chrono Cross. RPG for PlayStation, released by Square, now obviously Square Enix, in 2000. It is the sequel to Chrono Trigger, in which an epic drama unfolded across parallel worlds, home world and another world, as they called it in Chrono Cross. There were more than 40 party characters in total, so you kind of see a little inspiration for Another Eden, right? There's a ton of characters. Chrono Cross had a huge cast of characters. It was directed by none other than Masato Kato himself, who is now the scenario writer for Another Eden, The Cat Beyond Time and Space. Character designer was Nobuteru Yuuki, and music was composed by Yasunori Mitsuda, who also works, again, on this title, Another Eden, The Cat Beyond Time and Space. We have a message from Square that I'd like to read for you from now. This message comes from Square Enix themselves, who says, thank you for the Another Eden and Chrono Cross crossover. It took a long time to come to fruition, but we are happy to finally announce it. We look forward to seeing how everyone will put their mark on time, with Surge and Kid in the world of Another Eden. The story is filled with Mr. Kato's style, so please enjoy it. I will. I absolutely will. Now, some of you who follow us on social media, if you don't, please follow us on Twitter, at Another Eden RPG, and on Facebook as well. We had been doing a little subscriber campaign. If you subscribe to any of our YouTube channels around the world, and they combine to equal a total of 11,000, 12,000, or 13,000, we'd give out the respective number of Chronos Stones. And hey, guess what? Before the stream even started, we surpassed 13,000 subscriptions total among all of our channels. So everybody, please look forward to getting 600 Chronos Stones. I want to take a pause here before I pass out. How's everybody in chat doing, by the way? How are you guys? Thank you everybody for being here. I know there's a number of you that I'm used to seeing. Melody, I'm used to seeing you here. Wiccan, you've seen you here before. Thank you guys so much. Losers become winners. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You know, I don't often get asked myself how I'm doing. So thank you so much. Yeah, let me settle down. How about that opening cinematic, eh? The cinematic trailer scenes. Here are some of the highlights. Let me blow this up for you guys. There we go. You don't need to see my face. Take a look at these. For people who are very familiar with the original Chrono Cross game, you will probably have seen, or some of the scenes from the intro cinematic will be familiar to you. What was your favorite part? Where did you have to hold back tears, like I just had to do? You know, while we're on this appreciating the art here. Recently on social media, we had been teasing the key visual poster for the collaboration for this new symphony. Here it is in all of its glory, the key visual poster, which was designed by our own Takahito Exa. He's the illustrator behind this collaboration's key visual. And we actually have a message from Takahito Exa. So please enjoy this message.
はい、アナザーエデンチームのアートディレクターのエクサ高人です。よろしくお願いします。今回、クロノクロスコラボというものが決まってですね、まず最初に、非常になんかこんな素敵なコラボが実現したんだというところに感動して、スクエア・エニックス様と加藤さんの存在に非常に感謝しております。僕たちはですね、やっぱこの作品を、幼少期に遊んだ方もいれば、大人になってプレイした方もいると思うんですけど、自分は実は上京したての頃とかだったので、ちょっとゲームをリアルタイムでプレイできなかったっていうところがありました。で、クロノトリガーっていうのは、リアルタイムでプレイしていたんですけれども、クロノクロスというものは大人になって触れました。で、やっぱりやっていなかったうちに、非常に知人や友人や家族に、この名作をやっていないなんてかわいそうだみたいな、そういう目線で見られてて、非常に悔しい思いをしてました。で、今回コラボもすることになりまして、改めてやっぱりこの世界観とかゲームというものを振り返らせていただいて、やっぱりもし当時やっていたらどんな気持ちでやれたんだろうかとか、そういうところも考えました。大人になって触れたときに、もうやっぱりこの世界、クロノクロスの世界とか加藤さんのシナリオっていうのは、色あせなくてですね、もしかしたら当時は主人公のセルジュに感情移入してっていうことが強くあったかなと思うんですけれども、今自分が大人になってからプレイしてから思うのは、その周りにいる脇役というか、その仲間になるメンバーたちの活躍というか、その世界とか物語っていうものが非常に自分の人生観とか状況に当てはまったりして、すごく胸に刺さるものがあります。で、やっぱりそういったものを、アナザーエデンも継承していきたいなというものはずっと思っていましたし、今回その作品を加藤さんが、コラボということで新しいシナリオというところも書いてくれるということで、まずすごく楽しみで、ワクワクしています。で、やっぱりちょっとまだ自分の周りの人間にもこのコラボのことは言えていないので、これからもう発表になって、皆さんにこうやって、お披露目できるっていうタイミングで自分は周りに言いたいなと思ってて、すごく楽しみにしております。で、今回は、キービジュアルというものを自分は、主に担当させていただいたんですけれども、すごく今回のキービジュアルというものを、結城先生に見ていただくということで、非常に光栄でもありましたし、自分としては非常にすごく大きなチャレンジとしてやらせていただきました。やっぱりセルジュやキッド、つくよみっていうところのキャラクターっていうのが当時それを見た人たちや、これから体験する人たちに向けてなんていうんだろうな、失望させないように、非常に絶対自分としては、セルジュをかっこよく描こうとか、キッドを可愛く描こうとか、つくよみの表情とかこだわろうとか、そういったところは非常に気を使って描かせていただきました。で、キービジュアルについてなんですけれども、ちょうど今、自分の後ろにも表示されているかと思うんですが、コンセプトとしてはですね、青と赤を使おうかなという発想できました。それが何かと言いますと、一つは、オーガベインの色というのが、アナザーエデンではありまして、オーガベインの赤と青というところに、ちょっとなぞらえて、こういった構成にしようと思ったのと、やっぱりクロノクロスというものの作品の非常に印象的な美しい背景を見たときに印象に残るのがやっぱりその青い空と、夕日の空とみたいなところで、その赤と青っていうところも取り入れさせていただいています。あとは、そうですね、ちょっとその後ろにある原子体の部分っていうものがあるんですけども、こちらはですね、砂時計の形を意識して、時の流れみたいなものというところで、ちょっとその下にすぼんでいくようなものが上から見て取れるようになっています。で、その中心に時計があったりっていうところが、時の流れとか交差点っていうところをその辺に作ってっていう感じで今回構成させていただきました。で、月に関しても、これはクロノクロスの世界にも月というものがあるんですけれども、2つの月 っていうものが出ているんですが、一つは今回の場合は、月影の森というアナザーエデンの非常に皆さんも記憶にあるようなところがあるんですが、そこの緑色の月と、クロノクロスの世界の赤い月っていうものがあるということで、今回、そういった意味も込めて、2つの月を改めて書かせていただいてます。はい。そうですね。で、やっぱりそう、この作品で、今言ったように色の印象とかっていうものって、今見ても全然色あわせてなくて、やっぱりその、曲も素晴らしいし、当時のアーティストの方たちのこだわりやセンスっていうものは、時代を超えても全くこう通用するものだなと思ってます。やっぱりそのどうしても、ハードの影響で画質がみたいなところはあるかもしれませんが、今触れても全然色あせない作品というところを今回こうして、コラボレーションとしてやらせていただいて、これがユーザーの皆さんにもしプレイしていない方がいたら、クロノクロスをプレイしていただくきっかけになればいいと思っておりますし、またアナザーエデンを改めてプレイしようという、動機になったらいいなと思ってます。はい。この度は本当に、この放送を見ていただいてありがとうございます。以上です。
That, once again, is a message from illustrator Takahito Exa. Really cool. Let's take another look there at the key visual art. Incredible. So excited. All right, moving right along. Why don't we give a little bit of a synopsis of the story? Kind of a spoiler-free synopsis here. Here we go. It's a tale of destinies, dancing intertwined, a waltz to the dream of time's ticking clock, or a twisted mirage. Destiny was about to quietly awaken once again. At that time, a new world emerges in a newly spun dream. Aldo and Fine have disappeared, but there is another world. And at the same time, as if guided by something, several shadows crossed dimensions and stepped into this land. A man with a beast-like appearance, a daughter of the moon, a young bandit girl, and a young boy destined to fight. The dreams of the planet, the dreams of time, the two prayers intertwine. And the gods scoff. Love will be made to bleed, red and deep as the seas of hell. Super exciting. So, hey, with that, we actually have another message from scenario writer Masato Kato. So, without further ado, let me present you with another message from scenario writer Masato Kato.
今回はアナザーエデンとクロノクロスのコラボということで、アナザーエデンのタイムトラベルというネタとクロノクロスのパラレルワールドというネタをどう組み合わせるかということを考えて、やっぱりアナザーエデンの時空を超えるところとクロノクロスの平行世界を移動して冒険するところをうまく両者合わせた形のシナリオにしたいなと思って、最初から書いていました。で、初めの舞台は魔獣たちに支配されたミグランス城という特殊な舞台にアルドたちが迷い込むことで、物語がスタートするというふうに、始まりまして、そこにクロノクロスのキャラたちがまた何かに導かれるようにして迷い込んでくるという、彼らが出会うことで物語が大きく動き出すという形で、今回の物語は始まっています。コンプレックスドリームというのは日本語ではいびつな夢、複雑な夢といった意味の言葉になります。これはアナザーエデンで、語られるある夢とクロノクロスで語られるある夢が、この2つの夢が重なって一つになることで、あるまた大きな物語が動き出す、そういうことを意味しているので、実際それが物語の中で どのように語られていくのかは、プレイヤーの皆さん一人一人がぜひ紐解いて、意味を解明してもらえたらよろしいかと思います。今回クロスからアナザーエデンの世界に招かれて、冒険するキャラクターとしては、当然ながら主人公のセルジュ、役柄としてはクロスでは家事手伝いという位置づけでしたが、そのセルジュ主人公と、ヒロインであるキッド、ラジカルドリーマーズという盗賊団のリーダーなんですが、その彼女とさらにもう一人つくよみという、これは正体不明な道化師の格好をした謎の女の子、この3人がメインのキャラクターとして、アナザーエデンの世界に新たに登場することになります。そしてクロスのセルジュに関してはプレイヤーの分身であり主人公という形の代弁者みたいな形だったので、一切セリフは持たせないで、シナリオの分岐とかの選択肢のところでセルジュの言葉、声みたいなのを代わりにするみたいな形で作っていたんですが、今回アナザーエデンではあえてセルジュにも喋ってもらって、他のキャラたちと一緒にイベントでは会話させるみたいな形に新たに作り直してあるというか、参加させる形になっているので、クロスとはまた違ったセルジュの一面みたいなものがアナザーエデンの中で、見られるんじゃないかなと思っているので、そこら辺もなんか楽しみにしてもらえると嬉しいです。そしてまたもう一つクロスにはなかった要素として、今回ボイスがついております。つまりセルジュ、キッド、つくよみがそれぞれ、役柄に合った声優さんの声で再現できているので、自分なんかもキッドのセリフを聞いた時に、ここに本当にキッドがいる、俺が聞きたかったのはこのキッドなんだっていう風な感慨が22年ぶりに自分の中でもすごいひしひしと感じられたので、ファンの皆さんもきっと楽しんでもらえると思います。どうか期待してください。それでは実際のゲーム画面の映像をまとめたプロモビデオを用意したので、こちらをご覧ください。どうぞ。
Another untold story of the daughter of the moon. A tale of reunions 22 years in the making. Or perhaps a tale of destinies dancing intertwined. A waltz to the dream of time's ticking clock.
Both of us fall into the roaring flames. Two prayers crossing into each other. The dreams of stars, the dreams of time itself. Once again we meet, and once again we hurt. A fate we cannot escape, trembling, tumbling like a comet in the night.
I'm doing this because I'm the only one that can.
I'm gonna kick your asses so hard you'll kiss the moon! Yeah, soon you shall be dreaming of moi.
Then fate scoffed. Now let love bleed. Let it run darker and deeper than the seas of hell.
Or perhaps a tale of destinies dancing intertwined. A waltz to the dream of time's ticking clock. Or a twisted mirage.
Another Eden. The cat beyond time and space. Complex dream.
There you have it, the gameplay trailer for Complex Dream. What did you think of that? There are a lot of quick cuts there, and you might have noticed some interesting scenes if you were watching closely. What did you notice? What did you take away from that gameplay trailer? See, wow, oh my kokoro, be still, my kokoro. What did you think of? So, obviously, for fans of the original game and really many traditional classic JRPGs, the protagonist is often silent, right? It's a very common trope, and it's a big risk to give voice to a character who has for 22 years essentially been silent. What did you think of Serge finally being able to speak? We have... What else did we see? Lynx, Glenn, and Starkey picking out some of the characters there, yeah? You like the voices? Glad they have voices? Glad to hear them? Beautiful? Oh, you guys are so kind. Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I'm on the verge of sweating from overexcitement and nervousness and all of that, and because this series just represents so much to me that I grew up on, and to kind of come full circle with the game with which I am so now closely associated with. It's kind of a dream come true, and I cannot imagine how it must feel for Kato-san, who, as he said, these characters have been living with him for 22 years, and now these two kind of properties that have been so close are kind of coming together. It's very special for me, to the point where I need to check my pulse, and yeah, I can't even imagine for a lot of the team, not just Kato-san, but much of the team who works here at Right Flyer Studios. I know we're all incredibly excited, and for the team that previously worked on the Chrono series. So who are the VA? Jonathan Chow asks. Who are the VAs? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's get right into that. And I'm gonna blow it up. The VA, you will be surprised to learn, it is not Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is not the voice of Serge. Serge is actually voiced by a talented actor named Ashton Frank. Let me blow up this design here. There you go. And we actually have a comment about the art from character designer Shinwoo Choi. Choi says of this design, "A boy who has wandered in from the El Nido archipelago in another dimension. He is a domestic helper in a small fishing village, but by chance he ends up traveling to a parallel world and embarks on a grand adventure to inherit the dreams that time dreams. He has a gentle and calm personality that tends to get pushed around by those around him, but he's also loved and trusted by his friends." I'm just gonna settle on this art for a little bit. Allow you to soak it in. Get it? Soak, because all the water. Sorry. All right, let's move on to the next playable character, Kid. Kid is voiced by another talented actor, Sheena May. And we have a quote from our illustrator, Takahito Exa-san, who says, "The leader of the Radical Dreamers, a band of bandits who wandered in from the El Nido archipelago. She travels the world in pursuit of revenge for her sister, who raised her when she was an orphan. She has a self-willed personality and stands firm against any enemy. She is said to have some kind of connection with a certain person in the ancient magical kingdom that was ruined." And once again, I'm just going to take a pause here so we can appreciate this art fully. Okay. And moving right along, next we have Harl. Fan favorite, I know a favorite of mine, voiced by Shazia Nichols. Another quote from character designer Shinwoo, who says, "A mysterious girl who wandered in from the El Nido archipelago. She is called a daughter of the moon and has many faces, as mysterious, beautiful, and sad as the moon in the night sky. She looks like a clown and sometimes acts in a devilish and whimsical way, but her true intentions are a mystery. She has a long history with Kid and Surge." Once again, I'm just gonna take a quick pause so we can soak up the art. All right. So those are the 3 playable characters, but those aren't the only characters that you'll be able to see and interact with. We have a few NPCs that you'll be able to interact with. In addition to the playable characters Surge, Kid, and Harl, you can see that Lynx, Glenn, and Starkey will also be a part of this story. And these are the illustrations that will be integrated into the game. So let me hear from chat. Who are you maybe most surprised to see? Who are you most excited to see? Got a lot for... I see a lot of responses for Lynx and a lot of responses for Starkey. Some Glenn. All right. Well, speaking of character designer Shinwoo, we actually have a message from Shinwoo. So please enjoy this message from character designer Shinwoo. This is the character designer for the Another Eden versions, of course, of these characters. Enjoy.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。キャラクターデザイナーのチェイシムです。クロノクロスのコラボが決定して、多分これは今発表前に撮影している動画ではありますが、きっとこれを見ている皆さんは、発表後のことになっているということで、これについての思いを語れって言われたので、ちょっと語ろうと思います。結構昔から、クロノシリーズへのコラボの、要望が多かったのは私も知っていまして、多分社内でも自分が一番強くそれをずっと推してたのではないかって思うぐらい自分は、このコラボに対しての思い入れはかなり強いんですよね。で、決まった瞬間、本当に自分も嬉しくて、つくよみだったり、セルズ、きっと僕も大好きなキャラクターだし、その3キャラクター以外にも、クロノクロスシリーズです。とても魅力的なキャラクターがいっぱいいるので、どういうキャラクターが実装されるんだろうとか、本当にワクワクしながら、企画が、出来上がっていくのを、見守ってました。本当に僕、当時、中学生だったのかな、クロノクロスシリーズをですね、限定版を購入したんですよ。特典の時計が入ってたやつで、本当に最初それをつけて、オープニング映像が流れた時の鳥肌、感動した記憶は今でも忘れられなくてですね、いまだに YouTube とかでオープニング映像を見返してるんですよね。多分何千回ぐらい見てるんじゃないかな。何千回はちょっとオーバーか。すいません。1000回ぐらいは見てるんだと思うんですけど、今回ですね、このコラボのために新しく、そのオープニングをデンバージョンとして制作をしましたので、ぜひそれを、楽しんでいただければなと思っていますし、もちろんそのオープニングで流れる加藤さんの C もですね、今回ラッタに書き下ろしされたもので用意してまして、とてもクオリティの高いものになっていると思っているので、ゲームももちろんですが、オープニングだったり、 デザイン的な部分も一緒に楽しんでいただければなと思います。キャラクターに関してはですね、今回、自分がセルジュと、つくよみというキャラクターをイラストを、描かせていただきました。今回、どうやったらクロノクロスらしさをイラストに出せるんだろうかとか、どうやったらアナビエらしさを、イラストの中に出せるんだろうかっていうのをずっと、クリアマピーと、いろいろ話しながら、決めてまして、アナデンではあんまりやってないんですけど、そのキャラクターの後ろにやっぱりその背景込みのイラストとしてちょっと仕上げてみようっていう試しをしています。理由としてはクロノクロスってもちろんキャラクターもとても魅力的なんですけど、結構その色彩豊かな彩度の高い背景が結構強く印象に残っているユーザーさんってかなり多いと思うんですよね。で、そういったイメージを、できればそのイラストの中にも、込めたくてですね、きっと分かる方には、これこれっていう景色がキャラクターのイラストの中に入っていると思いますので、ぜひそういった部分を楽しみにしててください。はい。オープニングはですね、オープニングに入るその背景とかも結構そのクロノクロスの色彩とかを意識してたりしていますね。結構モデリングもすごく魅力的にできてまして、一応、キャラクターデザイナーの結城先生に、監修をお願いしたんですけど、本当に一発 OK をもらうぐらいすごいいい出来になっています。今回オープニングに関してはですね、結構自分が強くやりたい、絵コンテを作りたいという気持ちが強くあって、というのと、社内で結構作れる人がその時いなかったっていうのもあって、自分が多分4日ぐらいかけて絵コンテと V コンテを作って、それを加藤さんだったり、クレマピーに確認してもらって、実装に結びついたっていう感じになっていまして、本当に今まであんまりやったことない仕事っていうことでも結構いい経験になったし、それがクロノクロスだったっていうことでも、自分の人生ですごい大きい経験になったんじゃないかなと思っています。はい。では、リリースを楽しみにしていただければなと思います。ありがとうございます。
Well, thank you, Mr. Shinwoo Choi. You know what? I actually want to go back. I feel like I didn't hang on to it long enough. I want to go back and appreciate this key visual art once again. Let me blow that up for you guys. What stuck out to you immediately when you see the key visual art? What's the first thing you notice? I'll tell you, for me, for some reason, maybe it's the visuals that I remember from Chrono Cross so well. For me, it's the moons. I really, for some reason, that's the first place my eye gets drawn to are the moons. How about you? What's the first thing you notice about this? A lot of people talking about the characters like Surge, Aldo, and Starkey right there in the middle of the photo. Some people agreed with me. I saw a few people mention the moons. Few people seeing the other characters, Glenn, Lynx, and Harl. And of course, a lot of people, Another Eden fans will immediately see how cool, how just incredibly cool Aldo looks. Okay. Speaking of art, as I said at the top of the stream, if you remember at the About Chrono Cross section here, character design for Chrono Cross originally was Nobuteru Yuuki, who has something to say. Nobuteru Yuuki supervised the illustrations for Symphony Complex Dream. So we took a lot of care to really be true to the source, I guess. So here is the message from Mr. Nobuteru Yuuki, the supervisor for the illustrations for Symphony Complex Dream, who says, "First of all, congratulations on the Chrono Cross crossover. It is truly a stroke of fate to see a title that was created by Mr. Kato, Mr. Tanaka, Mr. Mitsuda, and the entire development staff of Time come back to life in a new form after more than 20 years. I'm relieved to know that Mr. Kato's wonderful sensibility and persistence are still alive and well in Another Eden, and I'm very happy to be involved with him again." You know, reading that and the message from character designer, Another Eden character designer Shinwoo Choi earlier, does make me feel a little bit old. It kind of makes me feel my age a little bit. When you played Chrono Cross, for those of you who played Chrono Cross, how old were you when it came out? In my case, to date myself, I was in high school already when Chrono Cross first came out. How about you all? Were you all? Maybe some of you weren't born yet, or maybe you were already an adult when Chrono Cross came out. What part of your life was for those of you who played, was Chrono Cross introduced to you? A lot of people look like roughly middle school or so, like early high school, like 12, 14. So in my case, I was in high school, so slightly older. It looks like a lot of people here are close to the same age. Am I in my 40s? Not quite yet. No, I'm not quite there. What a time the early aughts were. All right, well, we actually have some more things to show off. Speaking of art, speaking of showing things off, why don't we take a look at some of the locations? We're going to have some new locations added to the game that you'll be able to explore. And let's take a look at the first one. First up, we've got the Royal Beast City. You might notice here that there are this is a familiar setting. It looks a bit like the Unigen in that we're all familiar with, those of us who all play Another Eden. But there are some subtle and maybe not so subtle differences between this version of Unigen and the one that we all know. What can you see from this that sticks out to you as some of the major differences between Unigen and this new Royal Beast City? A lot of people saying it feels like Viper Manor. The Castle Gate. The moon, interesting. Some taller buildings, yeah. The one thing I noticed, you take a look at the inn. Look at the sign right above the inn. It's got a bit of a different motif, a little bit of a different design than the inn design, the sign design of the inn in Unigen. Let's take a look at the next location. And here we can actually see the gang all together. Aldo, Serge, Kid, and Harl, all in their group. And of course, Veruo. You cannot forget about Veruo. Here we can see the underground fortress. Shall we zoom in on this? Let's take a better look. I personally, I think this might be my favorite one of the new locations that I've been able to see, that I've had the opportunity to see so far. I think it's just such a cool concept. This huge castle, this huge fortress underground. And let me just circle back real quick to the Royal Beast City because I showed you a smaller version of that. Here's a look at it again, a little bit larger for you. And finally, no symphony, no new story in Another Eden is complete without a very dramatic and an important tower. Here we have the Dream Slip Tower of Time. What do you think? What are your thoughts about the Dream Slip Tower of Time, or which one of these locations are you most excited about? Which one speaks to you? See a lot of underground. The underground, the Tower of Time. A lot of people looking forward to either the tower or the underground fortress. I'll split half and half. That's pretty cool. All right. So, we actually have another message for you. Everybody wants to deliver messages to you, the audience. Like I said, everybody here at Right Flyer Studios is incredibly excited. So we got a lot of people to share their messages with you. This one comes from the game director, Takeshima-san. So please enjoy this message.
Another Eden ディレクターの竹島です。今回の競争が決まったときはかなり驚きました。アナザーエデンのリリース当初からクロノシリーズとコラボできると嬉しいですよねという話は内輪でしていましたので、4年越しの決定にまず本当ですかというのが先に来て、だんだんと嬉しさを実感した感じでしょうか。クロノクロスは前身のクロノテリガーがすごく好きで、ものすごく遊んでいましたので、その物語の内容には衝撃を受けましたが、かなりのめり込んで遊んでいましたね。1999年ですと、当時私が20歳だったんですが、その頃 3D のモデリングなどに手を出していて、このクロノクロスのオープニングムービーも穴が開くほどに見ましたので、今回制作されたオープニングムービーを見るたびに、そういった思い出やら、今回の嬉しさやらが感極まって涙が出そうになります。競争の内容について、アナザーエデンではストーリーをもう一度遊び直すという仕組みは入っていないのですが、今回企画時点でやはり強くてニューゲームは入れたいと。そして入れるならストーリーに分岐点を入れたいということで、シナリオを書く際に組み込んでいただきました。アルドやセルジュの歩む冒険、そのストーリーラインのベースは同じなんですけれども、その場にいるのがこのキャラクターだからこそといったような要素が含まれていますので、楽しんでいただければと思います。また、バトルにおいても今回の競争だからこその要素が入っています。セルジュ、キッド、つくよみが装備できるエレメントと、バトルフィールドの属性を示すフィールドエフェクトです。アナザーエデンのバトルシステムに合致できるように多少アレンジされている部分もありますが、クロノクロスをプレイ済みの方はもちろん、未プレイの方でも新しいバトル体験として遊んでいただきたいです。競争をプレイする前に原作の方を遊んでいただいても OK です。そして BGM も今回、プロキオンスタジオ様に新しく制作いただきまして、双方のタイトルの融合が感じられる非常に良いものになっています。一部クロノクロスの原曲が使われるシーンもありますので、BGM のファンだという方も楽しみにお待ちください。いくつかお伝えしましたが、他にもいろいろと散りばめられており、盛りだくさんの内容となりました。 競争コンプレックスドリームをぜひお楽しみください。
Yeah, as you can see, everybody who watches these opening cinematic trailers, you'll get a little verklempt, a little choked up. I'm not alone, and I'm sure many of you are the same. So as a director said, as Takeshima-san said, there are a few elements that are going to be introduced into the symphony for this game. The first element, something that people who have been playing the Chrono series, fans of Chrono Cross, are very familiar with, New Game Plus. You can replay the symphony from the beginning after clearing the story. This is the first time that Another Eden is going to have a branching story that's made possible by playing more than one time. The base stories are the same, but there are some events along the way that will change depending on your choices of Kid or Harl. When replaying the same branch, you can skip to just the next scene, except in some cases. So don't worry about having to, when you play through New Game Plus, don't worry about having to repeat the same scenes over and over again. You can skip to the next one on New Game Plus. Note that there are many sub-events in the towns and the fields that you visit, which you can check from the event list button. More on that in a minute. And you might be able to enjoy a few extra discoveries the second time around. You want to zoom? A few people asking for zoom in here. There you go. There's a closer look. To clarify, yes, some of you in chat are asking. The New Game Plus is for the Symphony story. Keep on going. So as I said, there are going to be some sub-events. There are multiple sub-events in the towns and the areas that you'll be able to visit. Some of those are focusing on the Chrono Cross characters, and then there are also just some random small stories around town. Some of the sub-events will only be able to be seen after you unlock certain conditions, like you play certain branches of the story. So in order to see all of the events and experience all of the sub-events, you're going to have to take advantage of the New Game Plus feature. And let me zoom in here again. All right. The next element we have are elements. Elements are an element of the game. Those familiar with Chrono Cross will remember elements very well. They are implemented from Chrono Cross's battle system. You can equip them on Surge, Kid, and Harl to customize their skills. Elements can be obtained during your adventures in Symphony. The number of elements that you can equip will increase with your character's level, and you can equip up to 4. Let's take a bigger look here. So some notes for you who are going to be taking advantage of elements, who are going to be playing with elements. Don't forget to change your skills in the skill screen when you have equipped your elements. Also, Surge, Kid, and Harl can accumulate power level for each character during battle. You can accumulate power levels by using normal attacks and skills, and the skills you learn from elements will become more effective according to the power levels you accumulate. But wait, there's more. The next element are field effects. Once again, this may be familiar to many of you. Field effects, which affect the power of types in battle, have been implemented. Each time a specific type of attack is performed, the field's type changes in real time. Now, Please note, this is only available in the areas added in the Symphony storyline. This doesn't affect existing areas. The applicable type of attacks are fire, water, wind, earth, thunder, shade, and crystal. And this excludes some special types of attacks. Enhance. So when performing a specified type of attack, regardless of whether it's an enemy or an ally, the color inside the field effects will change from inside out in real time. Just like it did in Chrono Cross, all enemies and allies will receive an increased type attack power effect corresponding to the number of colors. By selecting a field effect from the status button, you can check the increased type attack power effect. So, you can see that the type attack according to field effects are fire, water, wind, earth, shade, and crystal, as I said before, and some special types are excluded. And next up, we have new special attacks. The next element of this are new special attacks. We're going to have new combos added to Another 4 special attacks. The combo attacks for Chrono Cross will be performed in the world of Another Eden. There are 2 types of these special attacks that are going to be added. One using the characters Aldo, Surge, and Kid, and the others using Aldo, Surge, and Harl. Let's get a closer look. Zoom, enhance. So special attacks will be triggered after another force by activating them when another force gauges are at 100%. What do you think? Does this special attack look familiar to anybody? Very cool, and we're not done with new elements. Next element for the Symphony are difficulty settings. You can now set the difficulty level of the Symphony story. So whether you are a seasoned veteran or you are a newcomer looking to try the new Chrono Cross Symphony material, there is a setting for you. You can change the difficulty even after the story starts to suit your playstyle. Note, some powerful enemies that are not directly involved with the Symphony story will not be affected by the difficulty change, and increasing the difficulty level will increase various parameters of the enemies and increase the amount of experience, git, and tokens that you gain. Zoom enhance there, mostly to get a better look at the Link's sprite. You're welcome. And much, much more, as a familiar phrase, I'm sure. What are you most excited about? What kind of new elements are you most excited about being integrated into this Symphony? You take a look at any of these screen grabs. Does anything from these small screen grabs stick out to you? Let's actually take a better look here. I can tell you, I can see a few scenes that speak to me. See a lot of people, they've got speaking to you as well. Sorry, ooh, this excitement. I gotta tell you, I think for myself, I'm probably most excited about New Game Plus. because I love the idea of branching stories, and that you know, the only thing that the only drawback to me about branching stories in any game is the idea that you're missing out on a bit of storytelling, that you're missing, that you don't know, well, what would have happened. And New Game Plus just opened it up so that you can experience all of that without having to just restart the game over and over again. So I love that there are going to be branching stories in this, and I love that they're going to be that you'll be able to experience all those through New Game Plus. The field effects are pretty cool too. I'll be honest. Confession from me. The first time I played Chrono Cross, I'm not sure, I wasn't the biggest fan of field effects, but they grew on me pretty quickly. Once I got into the game a little bit more, spent a few hours in it, I started to actually like it, and I really, really got into the battle system. It had to win me over, but it eventually did. So there's a lot more that I know a lot of you are excited about. I'm very excited about. People have been asking about it. I've seen a lot of people in chat talk about it. The soundtrack. We've got some new music that's going to be implemented in this game. The music comes from colleagues of Yasunori Mitsuda from Procyon Studios, who supervised this soundtrack, composed by Shunsuke Tsuchiya and Mariam Abunasser. We've got 5 tracks that will be introduced. The first one is Perfidious Cross-Border, Miglance's Underground Fortress, Dreamslip Tower of Time, Royal Beast City, Unigalna, and Complex Dreamers, Weavers of the Complex Dream. So I've got a bit of a surprise for you, for all of you. You may have noticed one of those tracks is actually playing under me right now, which I'm gonna turn off for a bit, and we're gonna preview some of these music tracks that will be playing in the game. So let's take a listen first to Perfidious Cross-Border. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties aside, you might notice that there's a feeling of both. There's a feeling of Another Eden, and there's a feeling of Chrono Cross in there. I'm just gonna let this play out. Okay. So moving on to the next track. It's just a teaser. Just a teaser. Let's move on to the next track, which will be for Miglance's Underground Fortress. I can't get enough of that violin, that fiddle. This is a little darker, yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next track. The next track is for the Dream Slip Tower of Time, Stairs of Creaking Dreams. All right, let's move on to the next one here. The next track is for the Royal Beast City, Unigalna. Now, as I said before, we've actually been playing this track under as our background music for the stream so far, but this will give you a little bit of a better feeling for it. I'll play it a little bit louder. Lila, I think you just kind of got me in a nutshell. You kind of you read me like a book. Let's move on to the next one and the last one, the Complex Dreamers, Weavers of the Complex Dream. Okay, that'll do it for there. Let's bring our background music on again. Which track are you most excited for? Which one was your favorite of the ones that you were able to hear now? As for me, I think it was that last one. I think Complex Dreamers was the one I was most entranced by. How about you? What was your favorite track? A lot of people saying all of them. The Tower was also great. Tower was pretty intense. Complex Dreamers, the battle theme, all, of course. Love them all. Yeah, I think it speaks to the level of quality of all of these tracks that it's so split. They're all just so good. Yeah, it's, oh boy, it's all just good. Let's move on a little bit. We actually do, as we said before, the tracks are composed by colleagues of Yasunori Mitsuda. from Procyon Studios, and Yasunori Mitsuda himself supervised the creation of this music. He says, he has a message here, which I'll read. He says, Tsuchiya and Mariam created the music for Another Eden and Chrono Cross crossover from their own hearts. This time, I instructed them not to be overly conscious of Chrono Cross, but to keep the world of Another Eden in mind. There are also some tricks in the music that make both Another Eden fans and Chrono Cross fans smile, so please look forward to it. It's really a development dream team reunion, right? Of all of these people who kind of really affected my childhood. I've said this before, I think, on streams and in an interview with one of the Another Eden content creators, that this series for me was kind of the first time that I realized in my, as I was growing up playing video games, it was the first time that I really truly realized that compelling stories can be told through video games. And up until that, and I realized that there were video games with great stories before, but this is the one that made that a reality for me. And having all of these hands come back for Another Eden, oh man, it's just so cool. So what do we need to play? What do we need to do to make sure that we can play this symphony? Well, most of you probably have already cleared it. For newcomers to the game, you will need to clear Chapter 13 of the main story. So for this part of the symphony, you'll have to have cleared main story part 1. And the duration of the symphony will be 5 years after the release of version 2.10.200. I certainly hope that in 5 years from now, I'm still delivering Another Eden streams to you. So let's summarize everything that we learned. First of all, for the Another Eden Chrono Cross Symphony, we've got a simultaneous worldwide release. We're releasing at the same time as everyone else is. Surge, Kid, and Harl will become your allies. They will not appear in encounters. They will become your allies by playing the symphony. We're going to be implementing New Game Plus and width and difficulty settings into the symphony, in addition to elements, field effects, and combos. The music has been composed by Procyon Studios. And remember, you need to clear Chapter 13 in order to play. So how are we going to celebrate this symphony? Well, we've got some campaigns that we're going to be running. Let's take a look at those. First of all, if you start the newly added Symphony Complex stream during the campaign period, you will receive 1,000 Chrono Stones. This is just purely for starting the Symphony. And as long as you start it before January 6, 2022, you can collect those Chrono Stones. 2:59 p.m. UTC. What else, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. We are going to be having Another Eden and Chrono Cross Symphony special. So for new players to the game, if you are new to Another Eden, you're picking it up for the first time, you will receive 1,000 Chrono Stones. This is as long as you pick it up from any time in between November 29th, 2021, that was a few days ago, and January 10th at 2:59 again p.m. UTC. And we also are going to try to do something to help all of those newcomers kind of get up to speed so they can play the symphony as soon as possible. And that is, we're going to be giving 10 high-class scrolls, 35 medium-class scrolls, and 50,000 Git twice. You'll get those, the first time you can receive it is between December 12th, 3 p.m., and January 6th, 2:59 p.m. The second time you can receive it is December 16th at 3 p.m. To January 6th, 2:59 p.m. Again, that's UTC. All users for the new user support campaign, the high class scrolls, the medium class scrolls, and the Git, all users who have an account will actually receive all of those things. So this will help. We hope that this will help get new players up to speed, be able to experience the Symphony content as soon as possible. Moving on, we're also going to be doing Whispers of Time. The Whisper of Time. You'll be able to do an encounter, a Whisper in Time encounter once a day, every day from December 10th until December 19th. All right. Also, in addition, we'll have the cinematic trailer, and the trailer that you saw will be released on YouTube soon. You'll be able to enjoy it 1,000 times, like some of our development team have in the past. We're also going to be releasing a special website for this Symphony very, very soon. And then, of course, you got all those campaigns you can look forward to starting. Let's take a look at what this website will look like. This is a little teaser preview about the website. Now, I want to say that in this website, we've got an Easter egg that might trigger your nostalgia. I hope you will have time to look for these Easter eggs. Hope you will be able to. I hope it doesn't take too much time to find the Easter eggs in the site. So look forward to that very, very soon. You want to enhance? Let's enhance. There's the, there it is. All right. In addition to this, we want to hear from you, and we want to share your voices. We've got a World Cross movie that we are planning right now. We're going to be looking for messages from you, from people all over the world, expressing their memories, their love, their thoughts for the Symphony, for Chrono Cross, for Another Eden, for the two together, which we will be combining into one video and we'll be publishing later. You can find a link to that a link to this to be able to submit your thoughts and feelings about the Symphony on the website, the aforementioned website. Now, at the top of the stream, I did mention to everyone that we were going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway. We have the giveaway. Here is the item that we'll be giving away: a Complex Dream poster for this live stream. 10 winners will be selected by drawing to receive Symphony Complex Dream key visual posters. So this is the key visual art that we showed a little earlier a couple of times. All you need to do is fill out the questionnaire with the keyword that we're going to be announcing. I'll be announcing at the end of this stream. To complete your entry, and we'll be posting in chat as well the link to the questionnaire. Just got to make sure that you enter by December 5th at 2:59 UTC. Also, this is something that I'm very excited about as somebody who is a social media manager. Veruo will be appearing in Twitter hashtags for Another Eden. If you, from December 4th, Saturday, 9 a.m. UTC, you will be able to see Veruo with the hashtag Another Eden and Another Eden Chrono Cross. So I encourage you to please to use those hashtags and spread Veruo's cute little furry face to as many people as we can. Some people asking where we're going to enter. We're going to be posting a link to enter in chat once we reveal the keyword. So that is not all. That is not all. We've got more. In addition to all of these things, a special live stream special encounters. We have a Brilliant Encounter and Twin Destinies encounter that'll be available. The Brilliant Encounter you'll be able to get a 4.5-star character guaranteed on the 10th encounter. That'll be 1,000 Chronos Stones, and you can use free Chronos Stones for that encounter. In addition, there will be a Twin Destinies encounter in which you can get another style or extra style guaranteed on the 9th and 10th encounter. Once again, another style or extra style 5-star are guaranteed on the 9th and 10th encounter. These are for the 1,000 paid Chrono Stones that encounter is. The duration for this will be from December 6th at 3 p.m. until December 31st, the last day of the year, 2:59 p.m. Again, this is UTC. In addition to all that, we're going to be having a Chrono Stone sale, a very, very short one. The duration of this sale will be between December 6th at 3 p.m. and December 8th, 2:59 p.m. once again, UTC time. This is limited to 3 days, so don't miss it. Okay, so let's take a look a little bit farther in the future. We're not done with the news yet. As excited I am about the Symphony, we've got a couple more things to talk about. A new Ensemble is coming. The Scythe of Rebirth and the Crimson Flower. So those of you who played the previous Ensemble, we saw the crew from Baruoki. Now we're going to see the crew from Purgatory in this Ensemble. We'll just give a couple of quick previews here. First, actually, let me go ahead and make this bigger. Zoom, enhance. There's the crew. Let's take a look at a new location, a new area that'll be introduced in this ensemble called the Lotus Pond of Nirvana. And I see a lot of people in chat are saying her name. We've got a new character who's going to be coming up, and that is Daisy. A beauty of purgatory, she raises her flowers to glory. Daisy, voiced by Amy Lennox. Very, very cool. And that's not all. As some of you may know, January 29th, 2022 is the 3rd anniversary of Another Eden, the Cat Beyond Time and Space global version. So you know that there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be doing at that time. We've got a lot of cool stuff planned. We also have a message from producer of the global version of the game, Rayon. I'm going to read that message to you now. He says, "I'm Rayon, the producer of Another Eden global version. I hope you're enjoying today's live stream. Scott, hope you're enjoying it too. I'm relieved to be able to announce the crossover with the wonderful title Chrono Cross to our users. On January 29th, 2022, the global version will celebrate its 3rd anniversary. All of us at the development and management team will do our best to deliver new surprises to our users, just as we did with this crossover. We will keep you updated with more information as it becomes available. Please look forward to it for a while longer." And that's it. That's our message from global producer. Thank you to the global producer of Another Eden, Rayon. Okay, I've been teasing it for a little while now. We've got our keyword. I'm ready to announce the keyword for the poster giveaway. Now remember, we're going to be posting a link in chat. So you don't post the keyword in chat. You go to the link, fill out the questionnaire, and also fill in this keyword in order to enter to win one of the posters. Are you ready? The keyword is Complex Dream. Complex Dream. There it is. And there we have it in chat as well. Make sure you click on that link and fill out the questionnaire for your chance to win one of those posters. Let me go see if I could take a look at that poster again. Here it is. Okay. Well, last bit of news. As you can see right here, this will be released simultaneously worldwide December 9th. Once again, December 9th is when you can play this symphony. I'm incredibly excited. I hope you are excited about this. Once again, I can't believe this is happening. I can't begin to express how insanely excited I am for this symphony to be happening. And that does it. What are you most looking forward to? I'm going to ask this final question to chat. We learned a lot about the symphony, about the elements coming to it, the characters that we'll be able to play, some of the music that it's going to be a part of, some of the art that's going to be featured, some of the ways that the story is going to be told. What are you most looking forward to in this symphony? All of it. Some people say all of it. The story, I gotta say it's probably for me too, the story. New story. Wonderful. Well, that is going to do it for me. I'm going to sign off now, but as a parting gift, we've got one final message from scenario writer Masato Kato. So please enjoy this final message, and I will see you on the next stream. Thank you very much.
今回、ついにというか、クロノクロスとのコラボが実現することになりました。アナザーエデンももちろん、この7年くらいかけてずっとスタッフみんなで一生懸命作り上げてきたタイトルなんですけれど、それにまさかクロスとのコラボが実現するとは自分でも当初ちょっと考えてもいなかったので、何しろ22年前のゲームなので、だけどやっぱりクロスのキャラに関しては懐かしむ、思い出すとかっていうそういう感じじゃないんですよね。やっぱり自分の中では22年間やっぱりずっと僕の中で生き続けてきたキャラなので、久しぶりだね君たちっていう風な感じで引き出しから取り出すというのではなくて、あくまで、今まで通りいつすぐ横にそばにいてくれたやつらがそのまんまひょいと顔を出していきなり喋り出すみたいな、そういう感覚で、今回クロスコラボは作れたかなと自分の中では思っています。で、ユーザーの皆さん、特にやっぱりクロスのファンでくれていた人たちにとっても22年経ってまさかこんな形で新しいクロスのキャラたちと出会うことなんて、思ってもいなかっただろうし、そんな皆さんのファンの人たちの22年間に応えるべく僕らも一生懸命頑張って作ったので、アナザーエデンのファンの人たちはクロスを知らなければ、クロスこんなキャラがいたんだ、こんなゲームがあったんだって、どうか思ってもらいたいし、クロスのファンでアナザーエデンを遊んだことのなかった人たちには逆にアナザーエデンっていうこういうゲームがあったんだってクロスのキャラたちと一緒に冒険してくれればなって心から今自分は思ってます。皆さん、楽しんでくれると幸いです。よろしくお願いします。